I've had this foam roller literally for 10 years, maybe longer, and I use it all the time. The Magic Circle I've actually had maybe for 20 years. I just leave this here. I don't even move it. It's my favorite. Hi. If you're looking to make your Pilates workouts more effective, more supportive, and a lot more enjoyable, then this video is for you. Today, I'm going to walk you through my most favorite Pilates props, the ones that I use in my own practice, as well as in all the classes that I teach. These are the props that I recommend over and over again to my clients. And I've been teaching for over 2 decades, and these props have stayed pretty much consistent throughout those years. Today, I'm going to show you how to use each prop, explain to you why they're worth having, and I'll include links in the description below if you want to look into them further. Okay, so let's get started. So the first prop we're going to go over is the small ball. This is the most versatile of the props. I love it because it's easy to travel with. You just deflate it, put it in your bag, and it's easy to blow up because it's nice and small. But it's allowing you to get deeper into your core connection, as well as helping with mobility and support of the spine. You'll notice that I have 2 balls linked below. That's really because I usually buy the one that's on sale, but they're both fabulous. But you can see there's a difference in the sizing, which does change the workout a little bit. The small ball, it is a little bit more challenging for balance work, and it gives you less range of motion for the spinal work and less support. So it does enable more work on the core, where the bigger ball, you have more range of motion as you do your spinal work. In regards to like the inner thigh work and all of that, it's pretty much the same. But I'm going to show you with this ball all the different things that you can do with the ball. We're not going to go over the exercises today. I've linked workouts below, so you can actually use one of my favorite workouts and use the ball so you can see the different ways that you can use it. But pretty much you can go behind the low back and you do kind of low ab work. You can take it behind the upper back and you can do sort of upper ab work. You can also do mobility of the spine into flexion, which is great. It gives you a little bit more range of motion, which I love. You can also take it underneath your pelvis and you can do like stability work for your lower body, as well as those lower abs. Love those. Lots of different exercises to do there. You can put it in between your inner thighs and really work the hips. Awesome to do that. You can do, little squeezes and work there. You can also put it in between your ankles, and then it allows you to work your hips with those legs extended. You could do your roll-up work and a bunch of other stuff, which is great. You can take it underneath your side. That's great too. So you could see the bigger ball. You can maybe do some side work. It's kind of harder on the smaller ball, but the smaller ball allows you to kind of hang out here and really find the alignment in your spine. And you can use it as a tool to get deeper into this connection so you can feel it more. You can feel your center more, which I love. So you can do like your leg work and all of that wonderful stuff. You can take it in front of your chest and it allows you more mobility to do your extension work. You can take it out in front of you, do your extension work so you can work your arm connection. Love it. You can put it underneath your pelvis here. This is a client favorite because sometimes people can really feel it in their low back when they're doing extension work, and this allows you to kind of really work into keeping your low back long as you do your extension work. You can put it in between your ankles while you're on your stomach as well. But you can see there's a ton more of ways you can use it, but very versatile. I have lots of those workouts, again, linked below, but give that a try. It's so good. My second favorite prop is the resistance band. Talk about traveling easily, right? Crumple that baby in, put it in your bag. You can even put it in your purse, that small. So this is great because it helps with tight muscles and stretching. You can also do gentle strength work. You can hold it in your arms and do arm work. It really helps ignite that arm back connection, which I go over a ton in my classes. Again, those are linked below. So you can use it in your arms. You can wrap it around your feet. What I love is having that support to work your core, but it allows you to really focus on articulation and your form and breathing into it. It really allows the opposing energy, that oppositional energy, which is a really important principle in Pilates, allows you to get into that. The stretching work, you can really work into that. You can use it in many ways on your feet. One of my favorites too is when you're on all fours, you can wrap it. Instead of doing your leg work with just legs, you can actually, oh God, I'm gonna fall. Got so excited I fell. Oh my gosh. So you could actually wrap it around the foot and you can do your leg work with some resistance, which is great. You can wrap it in your arm and do resistance work with your arms. You can lie down on your stomach, and add some arm work as you do your extension work. Lots of different things, which is really great. And again, they're all in the workouts below. You can pretty much use the band in every single exercise, and it's just going to allow you to really feel deeper into your core, into your abs. It's going to allow you to focus on mobility more, especially on the spine and articulation. Mobility of the joints. You could do your leg circles with them. You can focus on the arm back connection and that mobility. So really, really, really great tool to use. Third tool is a classic. Joseph Pilates actually created the magic circle, and this is like the true magic circle. It's an actual magic circle. I did find a cheaper version that is equally as good, and that's the one that I use in my classes. Basically, I was able to bulk buy it, and because it's a little bit cheaper, which is great. So it's not necessarily this exact one that I use, but it's just as good, and I've linked that one in this Pilates kit. Being that it's basically a classical tool, it is so great for getting deeper into those muscles. The goal on all of these props is to help get deeper into your muscles, help give you feedback, so eventually you can take the props away and feel those muscles just as much as if the prop were there. So you can use this in your hands, you can pull apart, you can press together. So it allows you to pull into your center. So pulling into your midline, so you can, use that with your arms. You can use it with your inner thighs. You can put it in between your ankles, and do sort of, work with the inner thighs. You can also put it on the ground and put it in between your heels and get that connection. And it helps you in a lot of different exercises to pull into the midline, which helps you pull into your center more. You can also pull it away from your center. You can pull it away from your midline. So working sort of the outer parts of your body. So here it's on the outer hips. You could put it on the outsides of your feet and pull away so you can get into those outer hips as you do movement. Another fun way of using it is you can kind of place it and it can help you with your push-ups and give you feedback there. So I'll just go on my knees right now so you can see, and it allows you to kind of have that feedback and a little bit more support so you can focus on your alignment, which is great. And there's a whole side like series you can do. You can put your feet on the insides of it and get the outer hip working as you do your circles. You can also kind of press down and get inner thigh work, which is fabulous. I have a ton of workouts on this channel using the magic circle, but I linked a few of my favorites below in the description, but highly recommend getting one of these in your home Pilates studio. Here we have the half foam roller. And as you know, I have a ton of these workouts on my channel. The half foam roller is different than the full foam roller, which I also recommend. And I actually have the full foam roller that I use in the description below, but I figured I didn't have to go over both of them. A lot of people don't know about the half foam roller. Now, this is a client favorite of mine. They ask me every time I teach, can we use the foam roller, the half foam roller? It feels so good because it gives you spinal support, feels so good on the spine. It helps to open your joints, especially the hips and low back. Some of the favorites of doing them, so it allows you, you have the support of the flat side on the ground, so you're not focusing as much on balance if it were a full foam roller. But look at this, you can put tailbone to head all the way on it, just lying there. I mean, just lying here feels so fabulous. So that in itself is worth the perfect purchase. And this one specifically that I use has just the amount of firmness and sort of cushiness. It's just the perfect balance that I've found. It is my ultimate favorite. It is a little bit pricier than the other ones, but there's a reason for that. It really does feel so good on the spine. You can kind of walk off of it and work more of like opening of the chest. So good to do exercises here because we're so used to being hunched over. Love that. You can also put it underneath your low back, just like we did with the ball, but now you don't have to have sort of that wobbly surface but you do have the dome on the top part, and it feels just really good, and you can really pull in and connect and find your center as you do your exercises here. You can do it just like the ball. It can go behind your low back as you're doing rollbacks. You can do like core work here, which is great. You can put it behind your mid back, shoulders, and you can do to get that full range of motion. These also feel good with the full foam roller, get a little bit more range of motion, but it's great. You can do all of that work that you can do on the ball, but it just adds a little extra something. I do like to use it as a pillow, so you can do sort of some side work, and it allows kind of your neck to stay in alignment with the rest of your body. You can bring it, like I did show you with the ball, you can do here for support, but it allows just you to keep your ribs pulled up, reminds you to do that. So when you pull that prop away, you're not just hanging. It's kind of gave you that feedback, so to like kind of pull that in, which is great. You can sit on it. You can do like your spine stretch forward stuff, your saw work, all of that. If you have a hard time with your hamstrings being tight, or your hips don't allow you to kind of sit upright, tight low back, this allows you to elevate a little bit, and it's easier to kind of sit upright. If you have tight hips, you can do your mermaid work, so you can sit there, and it allows you to kind of get your hips a little bit more even. I do this where you sit one cheek on it and one cheek off. So if you have tight hips, this can be a really difficult position to get into, but this just allows you to kind of sit into it and release the hip, that's off. It feels really good. And then you can kind of do your side work there. Again, not easy to travel with, but so good to have in your home studio. So those are my 4 really favorite props. That's sort of like my Pilates kit that I highly recommend. You'll notice I do use light weights in a bunch of my workouts and stuff like that. I do have links below for that, but just any sort of lightweight, it works for those. I don't really recommend a certain brand. You can use any of them. As a bonus though, you'll notice the mat that I'm on, highly recommend. Pilates mats are different than yoga mats. Yoga mats are a lot thinner. They're meant to be able to stand on, so that you can be like a sticky surface, so you're not like sliding everywhere. A Pilates mat is really more for your joints, for your spine. A lot of us have, issues with our tailbone and all that. So we want a little bit more cushiness, so we can kind of roll on our spine and do those things. So you'll notice this is a lot thicker than a yoga mat. So this is the one that I, again, highly recommend. It's a little bit more expensive than a yoga mat, but well worth the price. It still rolls up like a yoga mat. It's still, that ability to roll up and pack it up. But again, it's one of my favorites. I really do love it. Another bonus are these Pilates pants. Now, I have recommended these to pretty much all of my friends, and the ones that have gotten them have actually called and thanked me, or that when I see them, they thank me and they're wearing them, because they are like as good as luxury brands, a fraction of the cost, I'm telling you. So they come in lots of different styles. So the one that I have these are the capris, I believe. They come in like 7/8. They come in full length. They come for tall. These I have here because I went walking in them this morning. This has the pocket, and I like to put my phone in there and my keys in the other. I love the pockets, but you can get them without the pockets. The ones without the pockets I'll bring to the gym, or those are the ones that I film in because they're just a little bit more flattering than having the pocket there, but not really. I mean, it's just a smoother look. They have ones that have like more compression than the others. They have buttery soft ones. I've linked a pair here. Once you go to the brand page, you'll see all the different styles they have, but the compression is just perfect. It's got a wide band to help kind of just pull everything in. They're buttery soft. They really are. These are the ones that have a little bit more compression. I like those when I walk. There's also flare wide leg ones, but these are just, the price point is perfect. I've washed these so many times and they've stayed. I don't dry my pants. I do air dry them. So, but like really check them out. So there you have it. These are my favorite props. Hopefully they help you, so you're not like, a lot of people come to me for recommendations, and I've never done a video like this, but I thought maybe it was time I did it because I get so many questions. So these are like, if you really don't know where to start, what to do, I highly recommend just checking these out. I try to make it affordable, but quality. I really am about quality. So I've had this foam roller literally for 10 years, maybe longer, and I use it all the time. Magic Circle I've actually had maybe for 20 years. I just leave this here. I don't even move it. It's my favorite. And I have another one that I travel with that I keep in my car. So there you have it. I hope this helped. Again, workouts are linked below, so check those out. And you can check out my storefront with all my favorite Pilates props and clothes. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you. I see you next time. Hopefully, it will be a workout for you. And yeah, have a great day. Take care.